Okay, okay. Fire. Hello, hello, hello. Uh, Cooking me. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, let's. I have. Hello, hello, nameless session. How are you doing on this fine Saturday? I finally managed to get a weekend off of work that coincided with the actual weekend. So finally, I am live streaming properly when people are home, even though I think it won't count for much. And I'm here playing a little bit of WoW. I'm not doing Final Fantasy because even though as much as I like Final Fantasy, no, not after 2 months. Let's say I have had some I have had some streaming time that I could have used to stream, but now that I got an actual proper webcam, as you can see here, I decided that today was the day to go back to streaming. It's a Razer Kaio, one 1080p 60 FPS camera. I hope the quality is good enough so you can see my ugly ass face. Because I need to level a character for Cataclysm Classic to get ready for Mists of Pandaria and record some videos around that. I will eventually get some live streams in on some single player games that are less demanding. I thought about live streaming Oblivion, but that game is just too hard in terms of requirements for my PC to actually stream it. Maybe if I had it on PlayStation, but this is what we have for now. You can't expect much from, like, let's say 8K bitrate on 120 gigabytes on Real 5 engine games. So that's that. Tell me about the audio and everything, how we're feeling about it. I needed to go back to where was it? The Solar March, exactly. Been a long time leveling in Cataclysm. I haven't leveled ever since 2011, something like that. Been playing this game for a long, long time. Let's head to the Solar March then. I got me this little ass mount that cost me a little bit of money. Yes, it was a store mount, but it's from a pack that you could get from the discounts that Blizzard is doing right now. Just another thing I shouldn't have bought, but I decided to. Appreciate it, and I will do this now. Thank you, Mr. Soli. Yeah, good purchase, I know, right? Oh, I forgot to buy abilities. Uh, maybe if I stop the flight path right now. Damn, I forgot the thing I was actually supposed to do last night, which was going back to buy abilities. Okay, I requested the stop at the next flight path. For mental health purposes, I am not doing add-ons in stream. And what do I mean by that? I used to have like a number at the top right or top left corner of the stream that told me how many viewers I had concurrently, but I decided that's not worth it because the purpose of streaming is streaming for 0 viewers for 3 years and then blowing up out of nowhere. That's where the true magic of streaming is. Mm, that's the real mindset. The real mindset is also waking up and realizing that I waited 4 days to post my most recent video just for then YouTube to thank my Final Fantasy video, then proceedly proceedingly thank my newest video, and right after that, putting up the Final Fantasy video in the algorithm again. So now the Final Fantasy video is getting views, but the other one is not. So, what is probably a much better quality video that I posted in these last few days is now sitting at 92 views. But that's just how the YouTube algorithm works. You just guess what's going to happen and you post a video when you have time. That being said, I do have a video scheduled for the 5th of May where we're going to talk about Skyrim and Oblivion. I edited the video yesterday at 4 a.m. and it's ready. I decided to make a thumbnail for it and upload it. But it is what it is. I've been enjoying this schedule much more where I have like set fix of ideas that I can record every 4 or 5 days, and then I just record them in batches and edit them whenever I can and upload them like scheduled because it gives me enough time to game to whereas if I was posting like on a daily basis, I didn't game enough. And I think that's one of the biggest like balance problems with YouTube is people want to post so much that they end up not doing what the main purpose of their channel is, which is actually gaming. And if you end up being too addicted and too focused on what you're doing on YouTube, you end up actually not recording, which recording games and playing games, which is the main thing. So that's where I think YouTube itself has understood that in the most recent years, and that's why they now space it more to as you can post less frequently and you don't get too punished for it because I think the entire thing back in the day was that everyone was trying to do daily posts because they knew it was going to eventually end up profiting, giving enough profit to the people that it was worth it to burn yourself out to post for a few days so then you can just have a stable career. But I think it also hurt your channel because you ended up not being able to post a day or two and your stats went down like tremendously. So I don't think that was a good thing on the side of YouTube to actually posting everything. Not my thing. But overall, I've been on YouTube for 12 years. There's nothing more unhealthy than this platform when it comes to mental health. And now I'm wasting time because I forgot to buy abilities and I'm having to go back. So let's talk about this game now because I need to not only entertain y'all guys, but entertain myself. And I think it's time to work on my commentary. So now what we're doing is we're heading back to the Northern Barrens Crossroads, which is right here to talk to Brula, the shaman trainer, to get the Wind Fury weapon. Hello, Ragnaros on Kirtonos. How are you doing? And now we're going to get Wind Fury weapon because I want more speed damage. And we're going to go hard on Enhancement Shaman. I have never played the Shaman to late game. I used to main Warrior. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm enjoying Cataclysm Classic again. I played back on Classic in 2019, but now I'm leveling uh, characters so that I can enjoy Mists of Pandaria. I don't think I will have time to properly raid in Cataclysm because of the amount of things I have to do. But yeah, I'm just enjoying the leveling experience and getting everything ready for Mists of Pandaria. As I was saying, this is my first time playing an Enhancement Shaman. I used to main Warrior, Arms, Protection, Fury, you name it. And on retail, I main Protection Paladin and basically every tank that I can get my hands on. I have every class leveled. But right now, I decided that for some reason I wanted to play Shaman, and that's what I'm doing today, leveling my Shaman. And knowing me, I will probably have more than one character leveled. So that's that. I can guess by your profile picture that you are a WoW player and a Cataclysm enjoyer as well. And speaking of Ragnaros, here he is. Just enjoying WoW. Good old World of Warcraft. For midnight, I might try it out, but I actually skipped um Undermined because I was just too overwhelmed at the time with the things I had to do that I ended up not playing uh, Undermined. But Midnight, I haven't even seen the trailers yet. Why? Do you think it's worth it for someone who skipped Undermined to go back and like do everything that Undermined has alongside with everything that Midnight will offer? I'm not sure. Is Midnight the last patch for the War Within? I've been out of retail for a couple months now. You can't see that. Get on a flight back to go that way. I'm curious. You know what? Honestly, all honesty, the thing I'm most curious about right now in WoW is what they're going to show at BlizzCon in 2026, because there is a slightly high chance that they actually show Warlords of Draenor Classic in BlizzCon. And I'm just very curious at how they're going to do that. But you're excited? Yeah, that's completely understandable, man. Everything I watch from World of Warcraft and everything I get to watching that is just related to the Warcraft universe just ends up leaving me excited because I used to think and trick myself to the fact that I was going to quit this game forever because it was sort of an addiction, but that's just a lie. I always end up coming back to WoW, but it's not my fault. The game is good, no matter what people say. There's a reason this was the most famous MMORPG of all time. An amazing game. I have talents. Oh, what class do you play, Ragnaros? If you don't mind me asking. Since 2007. Yeah, considering I was like 5 years old when 2007 was around, I didn't play WoW back then, but I started playing on like the free trial through Cataclysm. But then I was like one of those households that my parents didn't really want to put money into the internet, so I only started playing WoW once I got like my allowance and I actually got to put my own money to computers and everything like that. And I always had to farm the WoW token so I could get 30 days to play, which was a tiring or tiresome experience, if I'm going to be honest. Okay, my main hand and my off, right? I was 9 when I started playing got my PC on Christmas. Yeah, I had a PC as well. Don't get me wrong. I played everything like from Minecraft to other stuff, but I just didn't have money on the PC. And Warlock only. I mean, Warlock is the class for a lot of patches. Warlock is the class, so I can get why you want to play Warlock. Every patch I vividly remember playing, Warlock was broken, and I don't think that's bad because I don't really care if someone is doing more damage than me as long as we're getting the content cleared. Unless people are forcing me to stack classes on raids, you play what you want. That's the truth of it. I mean, Panda can be fire. I've had fully leveled pandas. Why not? Are you going to play Mists of Pandaria Classic? Or are you not interested at all and you're just a retail player? Which is fine, don't get me wrong. I do not care which version you prefer, as long as you are enjoying yourself. Oh, yeah. Dude, let me tell you something. If you're not convinced enough, but you've been playing this game for a couple of years now, since you said it was since 2007. Man, I love Mists of Pandaria. Everything from the vibe, the ambience, the feels. It's kind of nostalgic for me at at a certain threshold. But I'd say that Mists of Pandaria is probably one of the best experiences, especially when you consider that after that it was just downhill until Legion. And we're back here and start grinding again. I am just excited to like this might even sound like bad in terms of what we complain about in WoW nowadays, but I'm excited to go back and farm those old factions, like the Serpent, the Cloud Order thing. I'm excited to go back and do the Tiller stuff. It's just fun, and you can hop into it whenever you feel like. dude, the old factions had something to them that I much preferred the daily oriented content that didn't have 300,000 things for me to do. I'd rather me have like a certain amount of dailies that I can get to in like 20 minutes and just a limited amount of factions that I can tackle like one at a time, if depending on what I want in terms of rewards, than having like 500 world quests per zone that I need to complete in a timely manner so that I can get like the reputation to buy a trinket or something like that. Yeah, that's one of my main complaints with current WoW. But that being said, I love current WoW as well. It's just it's just as I said, it's the game. It's a great game, no matter what way you put it. My rarest mount. Actually that's actually very debatable. I have 300 mounts. I wait 300. No, 300 is the 300 is for the Heavenly Blue, Heavenly Cobalt Cloud Serpent. Let me pull up my armory. Um, uh, armory. Wow. Okay, I am going to link you my simple armory so then you can take a look for yourself. Pop up the chat here again. You can check it there. Keep in mind that I haven't been playing retail, but I don't know what my rarest mount is because I have a lot of the raid drop ones. I almost have every Mists of Pandaria mount that comes from raids. I'm just missing the Garrosh one, but I stopped farming. Like I mostly stopped farming because I got so mad that it has been years and I still haven't gotten Ashes of Alar. Which, in all honesty, I could have gotten, especially because I have like so many leveled characters that it was just a matter of putting them all at the entrance and farming it each week. But I literally couldn't be bothered in doing so. And you could say that my rarest mount is the Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent, but like most people, I didn't get it. Your rarest. Can I get a hint? Give me a hint. What expansion is it from? And I'll try to guess. It's easier that way because if we're just going to shoot at every single mount, that's going to be harder. Oh, you got the Spectral Boy. Or it's okay, let's say if it's a tiger, it's either the Spectral Tiger or the Zulian, the Swift Zulian Tiger that that you had to get before Cataclysm came around. Am I correct or am I wrong? It's one of those two. I'm still jealous that China managed to get Swift Zulian. Exactly. Man, that mount is amazing. So, now let me ask you this: since you have the Swift Zulian Tiger, do you have any of the TCG tabards? I'm trying to. I'm getting into something here. Are you a PvPer? That's my next question. Because TCG Tavern alongside with a Swift Zulian Tiger is such a is such a prime combination for PvPing that yeah, okay, I feel you. I never got really into PvP. I usually say that PvP in WoW is underrated. It's underrated because of how hard it is. I think people just look at the RPG and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're clearing raids and stuff." But no, the PvP in WoW nowadays it's kind of wild. The amount of knowledge that you need to have to play PvP on WoW is like just dump. You have to know every like rotation from every class to and every CC so you know what you're actually doing when you get into a match. I think it's very underrated in terms of difficulty. Do you have any of the gladiator mounts? There's this I'm not sure if it's BFA or Shadowlands that they have like this proto Drake gladiator mount with like an iron spikes over his eyes. That's beautiful. If I managed to buy one of those, if those were purchasable, I'm not even lying. I would buy one. Okay, this is off. Wanted to make it sure. I love that proto Drake. I also love those gladiator mounts that are like the Twilight Drake, but and the Netherwing Drakes from TBC and Kata and Wrath, but like with armor. I think those are some of PvP mounts are some of the coolest. But if I had to choose one to get in my account, the it would either be the one I just mentioned, the Proto Drake, or the Hippo from BFA because it's a hippopotamus with armor. Damn, if you have a few, you truly have been going at it for quite some time now. Let me just not die here. Also, if you're hanging around, might I ask you where you found the stream? Because I usually recognize people who comment on videos and stuff like that, and I don't remember seeing you. So I'm curious if you don't have the Twilight Drake, the original. I have both the basic Twilight Drakes, the one from Island Expeditions and the one from the Sartharian Three Drakes. Hellblood Gronling. Let me check that one. Gronling. Oh, that's a WOD, right? I think that's WOD. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. My screen was also full of WoW. Like my home screen through YouTube used to be. Yeah, I should stream more like anything, but it's just I don't know. Streams were never really my thing. I never got too much into streaming because I like this camera. I'm not sure if you missed the beginning of the stream. My camera was like my camera was something that I just got like yesterday. I set it up before I went to work and I decided that I was going to stream today to try it out. But yeah, I definitely should stream more. But once I get like end game. Yeah, thank you, man. I'm just I that's like what I'm chilling. I've been pivoting more into RPG content. I've been dabbling in a lot of RPG type stuff like MMOs, Final Fantasy, even the most recent Oblivion remastered. I also have some videos planned for that, and I have some stuff planned for Myths of Pandaria Classic. But yeah, I'm just enjoying my time creating YouTube content. I've been at it for quite some time now. But it's just that stream discoverability on YouTube is not really a thing outside of some specific cases. Despite when you actually like get into the homepage, there are some occasions where YouTube will throw like 2,000 viewers your way and you will blow up a channel from day to night. But that's really, really rare. And plus, I have a really inconsistent schedule of work, like 9 to 5, and that makes it harder for me to stream more frequently. But I definitely, now that I have this camera, I definitely want to get it more on the schedule, because if I'm not going to be posting like 2 to 3 days as I used to, because now I'm doing like 4 to 4 or 5 to 5. I still want to be active and be recording and putting out content. And I think streaming is a good way to interact with people. That's what I actually enjoy, is like streaming to chat and debate with like-minded or not like-minded people who have other opinions that they can put on the table for us to talk about and debate. I'm actually at my last year of university. I not like my basic degree. I already have my degree. I'm in masters and I'm currently supposed to be writing my thesis, but I'm working. I mean, we gotta make money somehow. As long as YouTube still doesn't pay the bills, I'm not doing this permanently for a long time. I wish YouTube paid the bills, not even lying. I would do this full time if I could. Yeah, yeah, I do have to finish it. But it's chill. I think it's chill. I think this is my this is my unpopular opinion, is that people put too much emphasis on. No, I do not live alone. I live with my parents still. But it's like, in my country there's no thing such as living alone when you're my age, unless you like are for some reason married or you have a decent amount of money. Hey man, you have to value the time with your folks, as long as they're around. It's arguably the most important thing in life, more than anything you can imagine. Because just like everything in life, they're not going to be here forever, and that's what it's truly about. So, are you Europe or States? I'm my current partner. Well, I don't know. Got that lucky, dude. Honestly, that's not as uncommon as you would think. I know a person that also met their partner during also met their partner through, let's say, they met their partner through an online game, and she just moved to another country and got married. Oh, you're Swedish. It's very nice. Sweden is a nice country. I actually i actually went to Sweden not too long ago. It's actually only, it's less than a year ago. It's now going to be a year that I went to Sweden. Very good country. Even though I went to a zone of Sweden that I think it's less common for people to go. I took the boat from Denmark. Didn't work out. Dude, turning people into WoW players is something that you can't do. People have to get into them themselves, and that's something that I eventually want to talk about on a separate video on the channel. Is that the best way to get someone into an MMO or a game like WoW is not getting them into a game like WoW. It's just they need to be interested in them for themselves, or else they will never get the the will power to learn everything that the game has to offer, because it has to be like a discovery and learning process. I have tried getting a lot of people into WoW and it never worked. Never worked. Yeah, I'm not sure which part of Sweden I went to. I could check. Actually, I'll do that one. I'll check in a second. Let me see. Here on my phone, I have a couple of pictures from when I went to. Okay, I could go here to locations and zoom out, and it would show me where in Sweden I went to. Is it this one? No. Is still okay. It might be this. No. No. This is still Denmark. No. Where was it? This is London, Lisbon, Denmark, Denmark, Denmark. Still Denmark. Okay. It's like I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like Helsingborg. I went to like Helsingborg. At least that's what's written here. Don't crucify me for not knowing how to read it properly. But it was very nice. Very nice. I could never muster to like actually come to terms with the fact that you guys have a cost of living that's so high compared to us. Let me uh it's I think it's this. This is how you write it. Let me put it. This is how you write it. This is what I found online and in my phone gallery. Okay, okay. It's like you go on the boat. Yeah, it's only like 20 minutes uh from like Denmark to Sweden by boat, and that's what I took personally. I just got on the boat in Denmark, and man, come on, it's spelled Helsing. Isn't that Helsing? Isn't it spelled like Helsingborg? Nah, I'm gonna look that up right now. How do you spell Helsingborg? Yeah, it says Helsingborg. Okay, it's here. Listen to the pronouncing of it in. Uh, okay, it's here. Helsingborg. See? That's exactly how you say it. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Yeah, it's good people, good places. I'd like to travel more through Europe. I still have some countries I haven't managed to visit. I'd love to go to Germany, Italy, Netherlands, a lot of places. I love Europe in general. I think we're the best. I'd much rather live here um, than the US. You know what? Which place are you going to in Portugal? If I might ask. Algarve. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Algarve is like peak touristic hotspot. I went to Algarve like 2 3 years ago. I'm not sure if you said that just because or because you actually understood that I was Portuguese, because that's my nationality. There's nothing to hide here. I am indeed Portuguese. Is that so? Let me spell them for you. It's this one. Yeah. That's funny you say that. That those islands are exactly where you're watching this stream right now. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but yeah, I am from those islands. Yeah, yeah, I am not lying. I am not lying. And to prove it, to prove it further to you, I'm going to do you one. I will open I will open my Steam account right now, and I will copy the page URL, and you can open it and see the location of my Steam account. So that's a proof that I am not lying. Yep, that's a hard coincidence, man. But yeah, you should come here and enjoy yourself, because it is actually a very enjoyable place. I mean, okay, I'm not going to talk poorly about it if you want to visit, because I have a very different perspective about these islands from like someone who lives here. But let me tell you, from a touristic standpoint, it's almost like a paradise. It's something that you will probably not see in many other places unless you go into like deep Caribbean, like islands on South America or North America. This is probably a one in a lifetime visit if you are coming from like more mainland types of places, because we're volcanic islands. You have everything from resorts to black sand beaches. You have good food because it's still Portugal, no matter if you are in the Azores or mainland. But I think it is overall a very enjoyable experience, and your girlfriend is right to want to come here as a vacation spot. Another thing is that if you are from Sweden and you are used to the cost of living in Sweden, everything here is dirt cheap compared to where you come from. And that's a good thing to consider when we're talking about vacation spots. You can add me on Steam if you have Steam, or on battle.net, because right now I am not doing many social stuff, and I will I'm going to give you my bnet tag. Hello, yes, I play vanilla. I do play vanilla. You can add me on Steam, or if you don't, or if you want to add me on bnet, here is my tag. And now that hello, I don't know how to read your name, but yes, I do play vanilla. I played the original vanilla in 2019. I played the new era servers up until level 52, but then I got some IRL stuff to do. And right now I am playing classic up until Mists of Pandaria comes out. I have never tried, the only thing I have never tried is Season of Discovery. And Ragnaros, enjoy your dinner. Thanks for showing up, man. Thanks for the nice talk. I appreciate you joining through the homepage and having just a good time around. Yeah, I'm really curious about Season of Discovery. Season of Discovery is something that I have always wanted to try, especially when they showed the new Scarlet raids. I just I tend to play more on a solo note until but I do go out of my way to try and find some guilds in game so that I have some people to play with and like content to engage with in groups. But I have never delved into SOD. But this was way too long of an answer for your question, which is, do you play vanilla? Yes, I do play vanilla. I love vanilla WoW. I think it's the best iteration of this game. I am what you would call a classic Andy. I just realized that I've been talking for 45 minutes now, and I I'm not sure what I'm actually doing inside of the game. I've been leveling on autopilot. And this is one of the reasons I find it hard to actually stream, is that I lose track of what I'm doing in the game and end up just chatting. Let's try and reach. Okay, we're 45 minutes into the stream, but what would be a good level goal? 40 something. 40 something is good for today. We kill this guy. Let's read what the Wind Fury weapon does, actually. Imbue the Shaman's weapon with wind. Each hit has a 20% chance of tree. Goddamn, excuse me. Each hit has a 20% chance of treating 3 astral attacks with 240 bonus attack power. Lasts 30 minutes. Okay. Mm. Do we kill these guys or what? I haven't done retail Cataclysm classes in so long. Okay, so the guy is not going to help at all. Nice. Oh, yeah, we taunted. Is this quest completed? Yes, it is. Oh, and I do need to get better fans for this PC because it decides to go up flying every single time I do something inside of this game, which is weird because the PC can run everything properly. I'm not having any breaks. Maybe it's just loud because it's loud. Wait, you're asking me to go to Thunderbluff? Did I read that right? Where's Mulgore? Um, Down here? No, Sungoro. I forget where Mulgore was. Yeah. Do I go to Mulgore without flying? I'll see. I'll see about that. Too long of a trip. Okay. The solo march is definitely not the zone I would pick to level nowadays. I'm glad they have the slight XP boost so I can get through this quick, but this is definitely not the place I'd do it in if I could choose like to level up in any zone. I like the retail WoW way that they have to do it, that you can basically level in any of these zones from 10 to 60. Or 10 to 60, I'm still thinking about the 120 level cap. I mean, like, what would now be considered like 10 to 20 or 0 to 20. Not 0, but 1. You get it. Nevertheless, very nice to be playing WoW. I also have some other MMORPGs that I want to tackle, if anything, for content on the channel. There's quests here. Forgot what was that. Hey yo. Okay, let's tackle this one at a time. Start clearing them because we're halfway to level 39. Let's call it halfway. Mm, okay, so this is that quest. I don't like this quest, but whatever. Is that a rare? Nope. Hey, yo, you almost got one shot. Shaman is looking very, very promising. I might actually do a dungeon now that I'm. What dungeons are in the rotation? Scarlet Monastery Armory, Maraudon, DM, SM Cathedral, and Oldemon. To get some more leveling gear, I might actually go at it in a few seconds and start queuing up. Maybe after I hand up one of those quests. Quite sick because the temperatures here haven't started getting to summer levels yet. So I'm stuck with like bad temperatures. Let's queue up then. Random classic dungeon, find group. 3 minutes. Okay, not bad. Let me do this. Now this and this. Peak gameplay. Both dead. Um, I should probably be getting Wind Fury Totem up every time I want to proc this. Ooh, very nice. Let's get to it. Okay, these guys are loaded with Arlums. Okay. Man, the colors on the Scarlet Monastery are so washed. It feels like I have like a something over the screen that's blurring it out for some reason. And I can't wait to get improved Levelash as a talent. Man, these guys are just dying. And dungeons are so hard compared to, I think. I could get some better weapons. What is this tank? Blood of Paladin, Priest, Warrior. Not sure this guy is even tanking. The XP on these is just absurd. Oh, of course I forgot to pick up a... Actually, let's kill these because of the tabard. I'd love to get this tabard right now. Let's see if by any chance we get it right here. There's still some guys around. Uh, but a YouTube modification. Just another moist critical video. Let's get back. I could teleport in and out of the dungeon, but Since I'm already here, who cares? Get back through it. Everything is dead nonetheless. So many people like promoting boots in the chat. It's so weird. Get to it. And okay, fair enough. That was a quick one. The XP not that good. It's like one quest worth of bonus. And I'm back right into this. I put the totem on too late. Marsh Venom. Totem again. And you're dead. Didn't I get the bag from the dungeon? Did we not get a bag? Ah, it's here. I'm blind. God damn. This looks like Wrath gear. That's cool. I'm not level 40 yet, so there's no use. But yeah, once I get level 40, I'll buy that. What's it called? I'll buy that. God damn, I'm missing the words. I'll buy that male proficiency and put it on. Okay, so one of them is done. Let's get right into the next one. By killing spiders and little dragon things that put out poison. The level discrepancies here are quite high. Should probably do one thing at a time right now. I have a lot of RPGs to beat. I need to, but the first two things I want to focus on are either getting this character into level 85 or finishing up the entirety of Oblivion. But the beauty of it is that there is no rush because the best games of the year when it comes to RPGs have probably already come out. Those being Expedition and mm, like what Oblivion. I mean best games in terms of RPG quality that we're going to get through the year. I also want to try No Rest for the Wicked and Last Epoch, which those games look very nice. And we might have the full release of PoE 2 this year, I'm not sure. So there's a lot of stuff to go around and not enough time. But nevertheless, we have to prioritize. I think prioritizing is the best way to get at everything you want to do in terms of gaming or any hobby you have that involves more than one product or one thing you have to consume per year. That's a good way to approach it. 4 out of 6. Harsh Venom, 5 out of 6. What they want me to kill here? Direhorn Grim Totems. Are these Torrents? I'm guessing yes. Where are they, actually? Okay, another one is done. Now let's focus on the closest one, which is this one. Direhorn Raiders. They're supposed to be here, but I just see a dead one. Kill this guy. Okay. C2. Okay, there they are. There they are. Need to kill 12 of these. Damn, with the XP these guys are giving me, I'll be 40 in no time. Okay. Let's get this real quick. Am I stunned? I am stunned. The beauty of Shaman is that I know I can pop this guy and then heal myself. Because I won't die. Pop 1 or 2 heals and I'm back into the fight. Put this here. This here. I actually have to eventually get into Orgrimmar to level, or not level, but put all my cloth in the auction house because it's stacking up too much of my bank, and I want to get that done today. So let's do exactly that by that order of stuff. Let's get level 40 first by questing here in Dustwallow, then head back to Orgrimmar, sell our cloth, get the male proficiency to equip these shoulders that I just got, and then get back into the rhythm of things and leveling everything like that. We're almost halfway through the levels, which doesn't really mean halfway through, considering the experience is progressively higher and higher in terms of requirements. But nevertheless, it's good to see that number go up and leaving the early bird levels, even though in WoW it barely matters what level you are outside of no level or max level. Still a good progression system. I hate streaming sick. Let's just hope that my last RPG video picks up, because I think a lot of people would enjoy that one, if I were to say so. And if you are here and haven't checked my latest RPG video, I would highly recommend you do it. And we're 39. Okay. Get this here. Here. Talents. Let me just get my talent guide right up so I don't. Where is it? It's right here. Is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. Let's get it to full 41. No? Yeah, okay. It's what I was expecting. We get points into flame tongue weapon again, or elemental weapon. Learn. Okay, 56k XP to get into the next level. A few quests to hand in right here, and that other one in Olgor, which is definitely a no-no unless we can get. What's after this? It's Thousand Needles, right? Yes. So why not queue for another classic dungeon, which is free 8k XP? Is this quest giver inside of the house or is it Tabitha's? Okay, it's inside the house. Wait, I did not have a helmet up until now. That's wild. Okay, I guess we have a helmet now. And we're queued up for another dungeon. Things are going. Things are going. And we've been live for no more, no less than 1 hour and 12 minutes, which is good. I'm trying to see if I can live stream for more time, because then when these bots get up, a lot of people can use them for side monitor content or something that might interest them. But let's get playing a little. Go 5k XP. So 5k XP per quest is going to take me not too much actually. Okay, so I need to get charged from these poles and then find an ooze. But am I taking damage from these? No. Okay. So I find these and click them. And that's how I go about it. Okay. We get charged up again. I actually remember nothing about these quests. I think I saw one right here. Or was I just seeing things? I don't think so. But there's supposed to be another pillar around here. Yeah, exactly. There must be someone else around here doing the quests. That's why they are so far and few. Okay, that's 3 out of 10. We're still queued for the dungeon. Start working on these Zeppelin cores. But no Zeppelin cores, about Zeppelin cargos. Okay, there's a few here, but I don't see any other than that one, which makes it hard to get far. Quickly and drop this. There's one right here. Let's get him. Is that 5 out of 10? Yes. This is going faster than expected. I'm also queuing for dungeons again because the earlier dungeon stuff like Wailing Caverns and all that is just too slow to actually be worth it to queue into. But now it's like, it's way better once you start actually leveling up. And after I say that, I get a dungeon. DM. Ooh, those are a lot of quests. Man, improved flame lash is going to be so good, so then it spreads this into the others, and I can actually pop my fire nova on. Do it this way. There must be too many more levels up until we get improved flame lash, because I know that okay, it requires 3 points, so it's going to be still, it's like level 50 or something. Okay, healing potions. Very nice. Shaman is too reliant on auto attacks. I don't mind that at all, but I know a lot of people would. Mm, okay. Book of Incantation. The XP on these is still considerably good, taking in consideration. Ah, man, Classic is so dead right now. This guy has what I'm guessing is an heirloom that's not transmogged, but that has the same appearance as Dalrand's in the end. There goes everything that was. I'm glad I never got my Dalrand. Too much of a hassle. Mm. I'm also really curious about the latest poll I put down on the channel, where I asked people if they were more interested in more slowly and methodically edited videos and narratives instead of just like high retention edits, because I'm really curious curious on the discourse that has been going around that people are more interested in things that were more common on YouTube back then, where people were just trying to appeal to your attention span and to the fact that people just wanted things thrown in their face in terms of editing. And I'm very curious that YouTube is probably very factually witnessing a shift in trend where people are going back to slower edits and things that they just can listen to in the background while they do something else. And we forgot to talk to the imp. Oh god. One, two, three. Do you want a you? Yeah, I've been enjoying YouTube more and more. It's just once you reach a certain mindset of just enjoying the ride and letting things take its course, as long as you think that you are putting out any type of decent content, I think you'll do just fine on YouTube. Even though YouTube, with that being said, still rewards you playing the SEO and the algorithm game. People will always want those flashy videos that talk about the latest topics, and we're always at fault. I think one thing I saw yesterday when I was watching a video from Josh Striface that was about new MMO creators and what the scene looks like for new MMO creators is that one of the interviews he did actually had someone saying that no matter how bad we think the retention editing and the current like low effort high click topics are, the fact is that we need to do what the consumers do, which is voting with our wallet, and in this case we're talking about our clicks. So if we don't really want to see those videos thrown in the face of people, and of course I'm talking about the high retention, very high saturation thumbnails with everything that YouTube entails nowadays, what we really need to do is not click those videos and construct newer and better algorithms that focus on more personal content that has more of a personality to it and that has some meaning and emotion behind it. And I think that's the better path for YouTube. Despite me not being like really against what YouTube has become nowadays, I have been pretty vocal about my overall disliking of the platform compared to how it was back then. And I've been on the platform since early 2010. So I think I have the authority to say I know what I'm talking about. That's up for debate. And I'm glad this tank is taking us through the dungeon because I have no clue how the reworked DM works. That's this is retail syndrome used to the game doing everything for us. How did that not interrupt? Holy! Agreed, sure. I'll need this. And I will need this. Did a tank need that? I got the blades. Let's see which one is it much better than. It's the other dagger. And I need for tanking. Sure. Who cares? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Just a random purple BOE. Actually, screenshot this so I can know what actually that was worth on the auction. Okay. And I can't wait till I get this right here, Maelstrom weapon, so that I can be popping like AoE chain lightnings. But I'm glad I have a good single target station. Uh, okay. Is this the last boss? I don't think so. Would be weird if it was. Because then the dungeon would have felt like kind of anticlimactic. No, it wasn't. We need these, of course. We get these. Very nice. More crits to proc the flurries. The high crit focused class. This is a class that I am enjoying so much because it feels good already, but I know that I'm going to get some tools in my kit that will make it so much more enjoyable that it's just a recipe for success. That reminds me, I need to have my flame tongue totem. Why don't we kill Hydrospawn? Kill Hydrospawn for quest. Just going to ignore it because I think I can solo Hydrospawn. Or are we doing something else that I don't understand yet? Why do I have to ask to kill a boss that's a quest? Okay, that was my bad. As I said, don't remember DM, can't be bothered. plan. Let's start off with this. Pop this. Do this. Do this. Pop this. Pop this again. Do this. Wait a few seconds. Pop this. Wait a few seconds. Ooh, that's a cool ass hat. Hmm. Okay, fair enough. So this was the strat. Did I actually take aggro out of him? That's crazy. My bad. Now we talk to the big tree and he opens the door. Don't I have an ability that removes like curious? Yeah, that now I remember. Okay, buddy. How far along am I with the cartel? I'm honors. Fair enough. I want to buy those trikes. Secondary. One. Also, I have to go and delete clips from Oblivion because I have just so much stuff that's not necessary there. This gives me PTSD back to the WoW anniversary where we were doing this like every day to farm. I don't even remember what to find time warp badges. Yeah, we were doing classic time walking. Then he had thorns, and because the scaling was all poorly done, we were just getting one shot from attacking him, which was so bad. Just pop a chain lightning here. Still so stupid that shamans can't wear swords. Okay. Let's quickly teleport out of dungeon and teleport back to the dungeon. Hand these in. Ooh, okay, yes. I'll take this. I'll happily take this, okay. Put this here, let's put this here. I'm guessing is not any better. Let's put this here. The reason I'm separating these is because I want to disenchant them. Wait, aren't we done? What are we waiting for? Sure, but I'll drop down here. See what they're doing. Did I miss something? We oh, probably that quest. Job me. Good job. I'll just go in and leave. No point in waiting. Leave instance. What we were doing. Nobody saw that. I'll D this as well. Where is it? Why is this? Oh, wait. Huh. I didn't know I had a toy. Was a guide to sell stuff. Oh, you cannot sell things to him. You can just buy. Fair enough. And then what about it? Then does he like fly or something? What's the point of this is if it doesn't let us sell stuff? What does the description say? Okay, we're almost level 40 to get done. Add to. I think I might go ahead and finish the quests because yeah, we're level 40 already, but I think it's more worth it for me to new ability available. Call of the Ancestor, Chain Heal, and feature unlocked Ale. Journeyman riding. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one actually. We'll get all of that in a second. We just okay. And stop. Let me abandon. Pick up two more of these crates, and in all the quests, let's not accept any more quests. Let's get all these quests done, not accept any more of them, and then we go back to order. But first, we get the flight point 2000 needles here because I have the walking on water thing, so it might be a good idea to grab that right from the get since we don't have flying. But in 18 levels, we are going to be going to Outland. Take this up cargo to. Okay, I'll accept this one because it's just a hand in quest, and I need to go there anyway. So I'm going to if I take the guess that. Really, let me check. Stage. Right now, the only thing I'm doing is putting points. Oh no, points into then element. So series points and then element. But in terms of rotation, why not magma totem instead of searing totem? Might just be in terms of damage. It's not like it matters to be honest. Let me see. Yeah, it's just a normal proc. Okay, so this is one of the few quests we still have to do around here. I'm I'm curious in how along I am in terms of the Swallow Marsh quests. I'm not sure if the achievement is searchable. No, with Kalindor. The Swallow Marsh. Yeah, I'm nowhere near. I can get them like done later when I can just fly through and one shot everything. So that's not a problem at all. Yeesh. Get those crits. Okay. Kill 10 of these as well. Enough. Can't actually get to wait to get to level 80. So we can experience some of the Cataclysm zones. In all honesty, if I focused hard on this week I could get easily. Right now I'm just doing it more casually. I would love to go full hardcore into it so that I can then finish Oblivion. I don't like to juggle two things at one time, but I think uh, I don't know. I think I could probably just start hammering away at WoW, and I would have it done sooner than later. See, the crits are amazing. Am I healing? Am I seriously healing the totem? I need to do like a mouse over on that one. Not sure if you need add-ons to mouse over to use mouse over macros. I don't quite remember. Haven't healed since Classic Fresh. Okay, closer, closer, closer. Okay. I'm not gonna even bother with organizing the inventory. I'll do it once we get to Orgrimmar, which is probably a better idea considering the amount of stuff I have on me right now. It's actually been almost 2 hours since I started streaming. That's wild. I think I haven't done such a long stream ever since Shadowlands came out, and I did like a 8 stream, which in retrospective that was quite wild. I wouldn't do it again, I'll tell you that. Not healthy. It's like Reggie says, not fun. Why do it? Or why play it? Can't remember the exact thing he said in years. Getting old. And dehydrated for that fact. There they are. There they are. Okay. I'm guessing the VOD gets uploaded later into YouTube. I'd like to watch it back. Maybe use some of the tools that YouTube has to post like shorts clips or something like that. I'd have to find some of the good rants that I did. Said I wasn't going to bother with the inventory, so let me keep my promise. Hmm, almost done here. I haven't leveled in Thousand Needles for quite a while. I can imagine that the leveling experience is quite different from what it was when I did it in vanilla because it was the shimmering flats. But with water walking, oh, I got a pet. Yo, yo, that's huge. But I got Rathion, so let's summon Rathion. Habibi Rathion. I didn't know you could get this pet right here. Curious. Oh, I got stuck there for a second. Um, where are the other consumables that I need? get. Let's start heading over there. I can streamline some more of the process. That being said, a steering hard would be good so I can get out of here. I love this music. Okay, we can do this one because I love doing these wanted quests. And I want. God damn, I said I wasn't going to accept all these, but okay, whatever. Let's do it. Why not just get the achievement then? This is the one to get to Thunder Bluff. I'll leave that one there so that I can then come back. Otherwise, let's just get going with these quests. First things first, we get what is inside of here. About retail. Hello, Penguin. Welcome to the stream. First things first. About retail. This is actually not retail. I think retail right now, if you want to get into it, you should wait for the new midnight patch to go into. In terms of player base, there is a lot of player base to go around in every version of WoW. But the thing I would recommend right now is actually playing a little bit of classic because you have the fresh servers that would go into the TBC not so far from now. I'm not sure on the timeline right now, but you also have Cataclysm Classic, which is what I'm playing right now, to get ready for the eventual release in 1 or 2 months of Mists of Pandaria Classic, which is going to be a very fun experience. But in terms of player base overall, it's very enjoyable uh, game in terms of population right now. A lot of the versions, or every version that has enough people to where you can have a pleasant experience and clear every kind of content in the game. I hope that cleared it up. But retail is going to get a big retail is going to get a big update soon. Like, so you could wait for that if you want the point to get in where it's going to be like filled up with people. And Undermined was really good. A lot of people considered it one of the best patches in latest times. So you could also just get in right now and try that out so you get some of the catch up stuff and mechanics ready for when the patch comes around. And no problems. I am here to talk and inform people about stuff they want to know. How did I actually know there was going to be something I needed at the end of this cavern? Because I wasn't seeing it in the map. I think it was just instinctive that these cavern layouts are so similar to each other that I know where to go if there is something inside of the cavern that I actually need. That's great. We're going to clear up all of these quests, and then I'll probably call it because I want to have dinner, and dinner is actually ready right now. So let's start hammering away and speedrunning these quests so I can go and have dinner. Don't forget to like the stream if you're lurking around. I always appreciate if you guys could drop a like. Okay, kill some raptors. Get these feathers. Okay, one left. Okay, there he is. As I guessed it, got owned. Let's just end these in and call it, because I'm hungry. And 2 hours isn't all right. I think we have stream there. We could get this quest here done. Because I'm only saying. Let's head rocket. Should use this music as my outro music eventually. Oh, we actually got an achievement. You look at that. That being said, thank you guys for showing whoever showed up. Have, ah, have a rest of a nice day. Thank you for showing up. I enjoyed chatting and being around with y'all. Leave a like if you didn't yet. Subscribe so you don't miss any of the future RPG content. Other than that, this has been the Retro then.